Gentlemen, welcome to Essential Style. So for today, we are taking a first look at these Ecco Track 25 Goretex winter boots. I've been in the market for a new pair of boots. I've yet to find a pair of boots that I absolutely think are great and phenomenal and tick all the boxes. I've got some boots that are really good for the snow. I've got some boots that are really dressy. I've got some boots that are in between, but I pretty much don't have anything that is kind of a jack of all trades that I can wear in the snow or the rain but still be kind of stylish. That's where I wanted to try this boot. So as you can see, nothing too crazy here. I mean, it does look a little bit ruggedish right here, a little bit outdoorsy. It's got the Goretex thing right there. It's got a little loop right there. So not really a super stylish boot, but a little bit more stylish than my bean boots. These things are great, but a lot of times they're overkill. If I'm only going to be outside for, let's say, 20 or 30 minutes and I'm going to be inside most of the time. And also too, these, after wearing them for a long time, they do get a bit uncomfortable sometimes. Sometimes in certain scenarios they look a little bit feminine, just my opinion. Just it kind of reminisces of a high heel, the way that this kind of goes like that. Just me. So something like this, a little bit more rugged, a little bit more outdoorsy, a little bit more stylish. I've had Ecco boots before, Ecco shoes before. They last forever and they're just super comfortable. Back when I used to walk all over the place for work, I was wearing Ecco shoes and they're really good. So figured I'd give them a shot. I'm pretty psyched on them. Let's just go through the boot a little bit. Mock toe design. I was trying it on before and I got a little bit of that wear pattern, which I really think is good. It reminds me of my Clark's Desert boots. We have a gusseted tongue right there, so there you go, you guys can see that. So the water can theoretically be right up to here, and it's not really going to hopefully seep into the boots. This is pretty good, pretty hard, should wear pretty well. These boots were not cheap. These boots were $250. I got them from Zappos. But just walking around, I do feel like these will wear for a long time. If I get 2 or 3 seasons out of these boots, I'll be happy. And I'm not going to be wearing them every day, just in the cold, wet weather. Like I said, minimal type of styling, pretty stylish hiking boot. Here's the left one. This pull tab doesn't really stick out too much. Not like this pull tab. Nothing crazy. Just a really good boot. So these are my 2 boots that I have that are probably the best as far as wet weather, snow, rugged type of scenarios, outdoorsy, as far as like water resistance and weatherproofing goes. We've got the super wet weather, rain, snow boot, whatever you want to call it. This thing is like an umbrella on your shoes. Really good for extreme scenarios. And then we've got this is the Allen Edmonds. I've mentioned this boot before. I've yet to do a video on it. Rubber sole on the bottom, leather on the top, Goodyear welt, nice water resistance. Where these shoes fall short is this boot is overkill. If I'm going to be spending a lot of the time inside or driving, to wear this for just 10 or 20 minutes outside, to wear it inside for hours a day, it makes my foot hot. It's a little bit less comfortable. It's not really super comfortable for walking around all day. It's not that it's uncomfortable. It's not the most comfortable boot in the world. It does its job though. And in certain scenarios, it almost, the way that this is kind of rounded back heel with this raised heel, it almost looks a little bit more like a feminine shoe to me. That's just, like I was saying before, that's just my opinion though. But there are many times where I've worn this when it's raining outside and then it stops raining later in the day and I go, well, I wish I could take them off, but I can't because the only shoes I left the house with. So then we have these. This is kind of on the other end of the spectrum. I've gotten these wet. I've worn them in the snow before and they do okay. The water does seep through them after a few minutes in the rain. I noticed that the water can seep through here. One time this heel started to separate, but then it ended up just fixing itself because as I was walking on it, it was hammering itself back in. Also, not really the type of boot that I'd want to always make my rain, snow, wet weather boot anyway, just because it's a nice Chrome Excel leather. So something like this is kind of like right in the middle of it. It's waterproof, but if I wear it and it stops raining, I'm not going to feel like I made a big sacrifice in terms of style and comfort. I think it's more comfortable and more stylish than the bean boot, and it retains probably 90% of the water resistance and waterproofness of that boot. It's also at $250. This boot I think is almost $400, so this is quite a bit cheaper. Again, the bean boot, this runs about $130. This one's good for going out when you're walking in the snow all day, you're shoveling snow just outside, but it's not really meant to be an indoor boot, not really meant to be a walking boot. It's more of a hiking boot, more of a camping boot. this one I kind of wanted to just, I wanted to get something that was a nice compromise of everything so that I can wear it in multiple situations. And yeah, I mean, so far I tried them on. They look pretty good. They feel pretty good. One last thing too is when I typed into Google what's a good boot to wear in the winter time, in the rain and the snow, and basically you get all the normal things. They talk about the Red Wing Iron Rangers, Wolverine 1000 mile boots, the Allen Edmond Daltons, the Allen Edmond Higgins Mill, which is this boot right here. But anytime anyone brings up water resistance, they always just go, hey, just get yourself a pair of bean boots for the wet days and you're good to go. And I can see why they're saying that, but I think that Eccos have always gotten the reputation of an old man's comfort shoe, and this one, as you can see, it's really not that bulky. I think it looks pretty cool, looks pretty masculine, and most people that are just normal people, not crazy in style, they're not going to know the difference between this one and this one. I mean, if you show them, then yeah, obviously they'll say this is the nicer, more dressy boot, but this one will do 90% of the job, like I said. Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Have you tried Ecco shoes? Do you try something else? What do you wear for wet weather, for just walking around, overall comfort, versatility? Do you have a go-to? Let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.